Hello everybody, it is I, Earthknite, and welcome back to Nightingale. So I've been on the run because these guys keep spawning, and since it's a gloom realm, it's been way more difficult than normal. We've had multiple spawns all over. They've been causing tremendous issues and has honestly bogged me down the last couple minutes. As long as she's still shooting arrows, there's still one about... Oh no, it's a creature. Ugh. Anyways, we're almost there. Bloody rats. There is a thing in there, though. Oh, that might be... That looks like the tree that Ludivine used to be at. No, it's not her. It does require 100 pickaxe, and mine is at 94! I'm so close. Alright, so we're going to add this. We'll just have to improve our pickaxe somehow, magically. But there is somebody... Oh, no, this isn't Ludivine. This is Frankenstein. So, the reason he was in a desert realm, also a provisional realm, was because of this massive faffing tower. The benefit of the battles is I get a ton of essence. Anyways, this big faffing tower was just sitting in the middle of the... Ooh, that's really pretty. I like that. I wish I could just edit the sky instead of having to do the effects as well. Because then our abeyance realm would be look completely different. And here it is. The study. He's got tier 3 podium 2. There's the books that we've been collecting. Closed plant histology textbook. I wish I could get that. Fancy chair. Some astrology readings. Ugh, the gloom is always raining. Anyways, Victor Frankenstein. I've come to despise the fieldwork in the autumn of life. Out here there are no laboratory doors that I can lock myself behind to avoid these persistent disruptions. When the mind is tasked with deliberation, solitude is indispensable. I'm here on behalf of your acquaintance, Nellie Bly. Nellie? Oh, she harbors an angelic spirit. She knew I'd need a hand in spite of me my being too proud to ask. To aid Nellie's cause, it is the secrets of heaven and earth I desire to learn, both the outward substance of things and the inner spirit of their nature. I am attempting to ascertain greater understandings of these pitiable wandering imitations of life, which many classify as automatons. So you're him, Victor, Dr. Frankenstein? You're wondering if the stories are true. They are, and they are not, depending on whose account you've read. Captain Robert Walton inserted his own fictions into my story for personal gain. He was a failed writer before his seafaring life, and seized the opportunity without discretion or prudence. The demon, as Walton dubbed him, was, perhaps still is, quite real. Neither my mind nor soul has rested a day since I wielded those powers, which no man should ever wield. What are automatons? I am not yet certain. However, the florid, mystifying complexity of their design leads me to believe they are Fae created. This is further supported by the symmetrical patterns present in their hostile conjurings, balanced, elegant, and in accordance with geometry of certain Fae's own spellcasting. Why are they here now? What task were they created to perform? What mechanisms give them motion? These are the questions I hope to answer. We need a unique oil from them, yes? I'm glad she sent you informed. We are compelled by the makeup of a unique charm oil secreted by the fabled bishop in the swamp gauntlet. This substance is capable of generating profound amounts of electricity. What I'm hoping to uncover is the precise means by which we might be able to obtain this oil without deactivating them entirely. So far, I've gleaned little by glossing over what texts are available. My thoughts are being pulled in two directions, you see, which is not conducive to either of the dueling means before me. What is your other task? Before encountering Nellie, I was meant to be devoting my time in the realms to a robust study and laborious disquisition on our new common enemy, the Bound. Do you know what the Bound are? Nobody at all knows their origin or intent, aside from an obvious desire to eradicate human life from these wilds. All we know so far is that they are not quite alive, similar to the automatons, which leads me to believe they too are Fae animated. Though which Fae court may be responsible and what their reasons may be are a complete mystery. Studying the Bound seems dangerous. Natural philosophy is a genius that has regulated my fate, for better or worse, and so it continues to dictate my waking hours. I am fortunate enough to be among the Calcularia's members, and at the Bound's first appearance, Mrs. Lovelace and we agreed that I should take on this task for the betterment of humanity. I've taken on a few Bound myself with some success. Is that so? I wonder if I could enlist your services. You could aid me with my calcularian duties while I continue to examine these automatons. I hate to neglect my duties, as both are of some urgency. Obtaining the oil is a tantamount, yet understanding the Bound will prove invaluable in the fight ahead. In all honesty, Mrs. Lovelace is quite a bit frightening on occasion, and I prefer not to upset her. I'm at your disposal, Victor. My days of pilfering carnal houses are behind me, but to examine life, we must first have a recourse to death. A survey of examples taken from all Bound classifications will prove essential. The inerts that sustain their animate state. Knowing the progress is being made on that end will take a weight off my shoulders and afford me to break from the mental misery needed to impel my knowledge of the automatons. By the time you return, I should have ascertained more details on their bishops. Let's hope for all our sakes. Alright, so this one sucks. If you don't already have the stuff. Mostly because yeah, here you go. Arcane Wick, Bound Fiber, Bound Ichor, Ingot Lacunis, Lumber U, Raw Gem Petrified, Ingot Lesser Hollow Metal. I should have all of these. I have most of these. I just need the Lumber, the Lesser Hollow Metal, and 2 more Bound Fiber. I should have all of these back at base. The problem is, I have to run all the way back here. Because there's no fast way, but I could technically build one in this realm if I build a lodestar. However, the problem with that is I don't have any synchronous lotus, carved stone, or wire on me at this time. I can't make a synchronous lotus, but I could make all the other ones. But we're going to go back to the base, because we have to travel back to the respite anyways to get the crafting for the Skyfallers. And we might as well visit Danu and bring it back to her as well. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we're almost to Danu. I've got enough supplies to build the Zephyr at both the other people. Oh. But that's been happening non-stop, so I might have to go back and actually sleep. But we're going to go to Danu first. Little one, you have returned. What brings you back? I have the offering with me. Your chest, Ember, plays a rhythm that flutters on the gales. You have handmade a curio, then. Show me. Yes, this is like enough to their own. I feel yesterday's locked in its center. A fine offering it will make. As long as it saves me from fighting giants. It is good to see patience placed in creation. Making peace with my sunbound kin is demanding, even for me. But perhaps with yet another world lost, understanding can be found. You brought me one step closer to home. Even though you are still very small, I see now a bit of Grendel in you. Are you sure no moss grows on your hind? I'll have to inspect it. Next time I'm in private. A human Grendel. That would be a sight. If we find ourselves on the same plane again, be no stranger. I should enjoy hearing your chess melody again. I hope you find your song. Farewell, Danu. Hey! And now we can actually turn that in. We have to find a sun giant. But first, we gotta go down to Victor Frankenstein. Oh, apparently we found one of those, but didn't complete it. But to Victor. Which is going to be a pain in the tush, because it's nighttime, so everything's going to be spawning. I'm probably just going to sprint it. Be right back. Oh, those are hostile! Be right back. So I'm back. I made a mistake. I went to the wrong place. But it's nighttime. But, Ludivine St. Clair is here. Which poses a slight problem. Because I don't have a thing enough to build here. Because I forgot that this one existed here. However. I think she's French, to be honest. And I don't do French accents, so we're going to stick with the posh. Oh, bless your beating heart, Realmwalker. I'm afraid this is an ugly fuss you've come across, but I'm grateful someone's finally bobbed up. How awful? What ails the poor soul? That brave soul teeters beyond two worlds. They're gravely injured, becoming more a frail husk the longer we go out without treatment. My other guides, all bloodied too. None lasted more than a few days. I haven't had a moment to leave their side, and you're the first to stumble upon us. They're in terrible pain. What happened? Only got time for the short of it. My guides and I stumbled into a battleground. Automatons and bound came down on us before we knew. We had no choice but to flee. We left most of our provisions behind in the mud. Koyans, the lot of us. Battleground, you say? You're in the hollowed moor, no? Fighting on every hilltop and valley, with no end in sight. If my friend here had time to wait for tall tales, I'd spin you a whole yarn. Oh, she's not British. Now she's going into old-style English. More pressing matters on our hands, as you can see. That's weird. It's swapped midway through. If my friend here had time to wait for tall tales, I'd spin you the whole yarn. More pressing matters on our hands, as you can see. I'm no doctor, but say the word, I'll lend you my hands. Could it be? Yes. The augury anticipated your arrival. I should have seen you for what you are as soon as you approached. That's like, yeah, and you. I assure you I'm more capable than I look. Before all this trouble, the Loa here, spirits as you know them, they foretold in my fevered dream that a traveler would cross our path. Their guide and whisper said, a lost wanderer will mend wounds, fill their brain with communing meat. Then a lost wanderer I will be. It's settled then. Lend your aid to us now, and I'll do whatever's in my talents to guide you on whatever path you're on. First things first, this Realmwalker is in desperate need of healing. I haven't been able to forage for the elixir ingredients. If this Realmwalker doesn't imbibe a proper curative potion soon, the waters on the other side await him. I'll make what remedies I can. Go on, then. You've my eternal gratitude, Wanderer. If there were ever a time for haste, I'd mark it here and now. I'll be waiting. Name's Ludivine, in case you need a holler. Yeah, that's definitely Midwest American. Well, New American. I'll return with the remedies. Okay, so we're going to build one of these here because I am honestly way too lazy to have to walk all the way back over here because she's right past Danu. Boom. So now we have enough resources to finish Victor's. That's where I meant to go, but I totally went the wrong direction. But she needs great health potions. Do I have greater? Oh, I do. I pray the Loa might ease the Realmwalker's pain. Though if I can't get him those curative potions, he'll not be suffering much longer. I have the potions you requested. Give them here, quickly now. These look potent enough. Let's hope the Loa answer our plea for mercy. Listen well as I call upon the spirits. Legba, open the gates for me to greet Papa Getty and Dr. Jean Montagny. I say your saintly names as here before my eyes sits the issue of your hands. Loa of doctors and spiritual path, lead my hands in this work as I apply and offer healing. Are those drums I hear? Dr. Jean Montagny, speak in wisdom to my mind, help me to lead the rhythms of awakening through this ailing soul. Let them touch this Realmwalker and mend their wounds. Bring them back to this waking world. Don't give up yet, my guide. Heartfelt ritual. The spirits answer your plea. It may take time for the spirits to answer. Patience ain't never stopped being a virtue, comrade. What? Hold on. I'm looking up that word right here, right now. Because I need a... It immediately went camaraderie. Okay, so she is French. But she's speaking with a Midwest English accent. So she's French Canadian. I've settled. She is French Canadian. I got Gabby in this episode. Bahala's gonna be so excited. Oh, Legba. Has his pain subsided? He is gone. The spirits have taken him underwater. Oh, I'm sorry. As am I, comrade. I'm actually... nah. I will prepare his body and soul for what comes next, but I cannot bear the sight just yet. At least with your aid we wasted no time. The spirits brought him a peaceful end to such a wicked torment. For that I cannot be thankful enough. And for the whole of this tragedy the blame falls only upon myself and my reckless attempts to commune with the Loa here. What will you do now? Will you stay in the realms? Asking myself the very same. On one hand, death is not something we should fear or weep over. You're right, we must learn to be less sensitive towards death. Voodoo teaches that death is not the end. On the other hand, I couldn't bear to be responsible for more of its spread. See, with voodoo, it makes me think she's Jamaican, which I believe that was part of, yeah, the Spaniards settled. Oh well. On the other hand, I couldn't bear to take responsibility for more of its spread. Most worthy ventures come with sacrifice. Would that it would that it be so simple? Would that it were so simple? It's my belief that the spirits here are angry with us, with the Fae who abandoned them. Why did the Fae abandon these realms? Only the spirits know the truth, and if we don't attempt to understand them, we'll never find the answers, never find harmony. Just like the ancestral spirits on Earth, I believe those of the realms can offer wisdom beyond our own. Ugh. It's dangerous to call upon that which we do not understand. If proper precautions are cast aside, but I hope I've learned my lesson here. Do you still believe communing with them is possible? I do, and I believe I must. If I don't continue my work, I would betray my beliefs, and without them, what would I be? See, again, it's swapped back to the original. The more I weigh the options, the more I feel our mission, the more I feel that calling our mission off would only serve to soak my guide's death in the wine of futility. And such is not something I raised to imbibe. I don't envy your position. Life is full of unavoidable crossroads, and it is the choice we make there that shape us. As the spirits implied, you are lost and at a personal crossroads too, yes? I'm in search of an elder Eoten. Yes. They are among the elder spirits with which I hope to form a connection. My undertaking to pave the path towards coexistence with realm spirits was meant to culminate in communion with an elder spirit, said to have a direct connection with the demiurge, magic's very wellspring. While a Carnute might be the obvious choice, man and beast are not known for their accord. Humans and trees, on the other hand, have shared a sacred bond forever, and I suspect the Eotans would be more receptive to a petition. How do we accomplish this? Indeed, indeed. It's said that all spirits have desires, just as the Loa do on Earth. Certain goodies that just can't be passed they just can't pass up, regardless of which hand offers it for. If we can learn what the elder Eoten hungers for, doing so would garner their faith. And I say you are one lucky duck because the ancient druid tales tell of ageless trees that offer their hearts to men as a symbol of friendship. What could our tree possibly desire? If I had an inkling, I'd have told you. We can ask further guidance from the lesser spirits, those we already know how to speak with. We only need the right offerings. I understand if you're not up for another ritual at the moment. I let one Realmwalker down. This is for me as much as it is for you. A chance to make amends. The Loa are partial to the flavors that are both of and against their own nature. I'll make you a list, and upon your return, we'll sing with the spirits together. In the meantime, I'll prepare for the ritual. Okay. So now, cloth, cut gem of amber, oil of fen capping. Ooh, I forgot this one requires me to catch fish. So that's specifically, there's the lighthouse, that's what I was looking for. I've got to catch some fish, which means I actually have to go back home and get a fishing rod, and then come back to this realm to fish for the catfish, because the catfish can only be found in the swamps. I'm going to end this episode here. Next time, we'll hopefully make it to Dr. Frankenstein and make that portal, and then we'll probably have to head back home, come back, and then I'll have enough resources to make the other one. So, crossing fingers, hopefully we get it all done. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Hope you're looking forward to the next one. Toodles!